Yo perreo sola. Yo perreo sola. Okay, calm down. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Gabriella. I make videos about fragrance, astrology, self-care, mental health, theater life. I do vlogs and yeah, whatever else I feel like talking about. So if that sounds like your jam, please stick around. Today, I'm filming a video that I thought of all by myself. Well, I guess that's every one of my videos, but it's sort of inspired. I do want to give credit where credit is due. It's inspired by this tag going around that's like 10 perfumes for 10 occasions. I think there are a couple going around, but because I'm a Libra Venus baby and it's Taurus season, I'm feeling extra romantic. I love going on dates, even though not going on any right now, but that's okay, staying healthy. But yeah, you can still, you know, there will be a time when we will be going on dates again, or you might have a FaceTime date. You can still wear perfume for you. So anyway, this is going to be 13 fragrances for 13 different types of dates. So I filled up my tote bag full of fragrance, and I'm going to give you what I would wear for each of these dates. And they're all from my personal collection, because if I acted like I didn't, you know, acted like I had access to any fragrance, maybe this would change a little bit, but all right, let's get into it. So the first one is a first date. It's a daytime date, so it's coffee, you know, if you're here on the West Coast, it might be acai bowls, going to lunch, going to brunch, hanging out at the park, some kind of daytime first date, okay? So what I would pick for that, did I forget to bring her out? Hold on, let me go get her, poor baby. No, here she is. Okay, she's here. All right, so real shocker, okay. Ariana Grande Cloud. This fragrance, this fragrance is so good. And a lot of these fragrances, I will say, are my most complimented. They are tried and true, at least on me, that other people like them. I don't think that that's a reason to pick your perfume only, but it helps if you're going on a date. Hello. So this, for me, is appropriate for almost any occasion. It is marshmallow and cream and whipped, everything sweet. It's sort of a gourmand, but it is a lot more mature to me, even though, you know, this bottle is like quite whimsical. It's a lot more mature to me than a lot of other sweet celebrity fragrances, even the other Ariana Grande fragrances, which I love. Like, I have Sweet Like Candy. That is, when I wear that, I'm like, I know this perfume is too young for me, but it just makes me feel alive. This is, I mean, my mom would rock this, and because it's warm and it's bordering on what I like to call a mama scent, which is just, for me, any scent that is comforting and cozy and like a wrap, a cashmere sweater. A Moonlight Path or Moonlit Path from Bath & Body Works is like the OG mama scent. But anyway, this is just cozy and cuddly and makes you want to hug, but it's not too warm to only be winter or to be nighttime. If you're newly dating somebody and you want to smell really good and you can only get one perfume, this is the one, and it's affordable. When I wear it, it doesn't smell like I'm trying too hard. It just smells like I am a sweet, beautiful, feminine woman, and this is just what I smell like because, you know, I don't sweat and I'm a magical being. It's so good. And people, someone in a cast I was in a show, he told me, "What perfume are you wearing? Because you always smell ridiculous." Like, in a good way. He was like, "I'm sorry, that sounded bad. You smell ridiculous." And I think that was the most work appropriate way to be like, you smell absolutely scrumptious. So definitely first time day date, Ariana Grande Cloud. It's not giving off this impression of like, don't you think I'm sexy? It's not too loud. It's not going to project too much and be offensive to your partner. But when they hug you, if you're wearing it in your hair, if you're wearing it in your long pony extension from Amazon, and you flip it in their face, they're gonna live. So Ariana Grande Cloud, that's my first date fragrance. My first date nighttime fragrance. So this would be meeting up for drinks, what else? I mean, dinner, anything that you would do on a first date. I'm not judging, okay? But you know, your traditional first date. I would go with Dolce & Gabbana Intense Eau de Parfum. This is, I want to say this qualifies as an Oriental. I'm not an expert, but I smell this and I have other Oriental fragrances and I'm like, this has to be in the Oriental category. This is sweet, but not in a gourmand way. It definitely has florals in there, but I'm not crazy for floral. It smells like I'm so weird with my descriptions. If people were furniture, what's wrong with me? Where am I going with this? I have a point. If people were all furniture, the person who wears this would be a velvet love seat, a dark red velvet love seat, okay? It kind of smells velvety. It smells like it belongs on clothes. It's not something I would like immediately put on my naked body, as weird as that sounds. I would want to wear it on like a dress or some kind of like, it's very sumptuous and elegant and mature, but not old in any way. But it's just like, I am, you know, I'm a strong woman. I'm not going to come in here trying to intimidate you though. I am, you know, I'm strong, but I'm in touch with my feminine side. I'm sexy. I'm not afraid to show a bit of that, but I'm really not here trying to impress you. Because for a first date, for me, a first date is not the occasion to whip out the little black dress and the pumps and do the full beat and this and that. The first date is to get to know somebody, you know, especially if you don't know them, like in today's day and age, going on like app dates or something like that. You want to get to know the person. So I present myself as pretty much how I am, but you know, I want to feel like I look really good. But this is just an elevated version of me, you know. It's not really trying too hard. I think that's another thing. You never know your partner. You never know the person you're dating, if they're highly offended by a lot of perfume, what they're into. I think that's really fun as you get to know someone, to notice what they like. I think once they notice a perfume that they like on you, just keep wearing that, honestly. But this is something that is going to be pretty much universally non-offensive. It's mostly delicious smelling to everyone, I would think. You know, you're not throwing your date in there with a bunch of oud or like a chocolate fragrance or, you know, something really, really kind of strange, which is totally your call. But this is safe but still sexy, and I don't think it will overpower me on a first date. It will just empower me to be my most sexy, confident, feminine, and just like lovable self. So yeah, my first date nighttime would be Dolce & Gabbana Intense Eau de Parfum. All right, so the next category is a group date. This could be bowling, laser tag, all just going to dinner, going to an escape room, going to Disneyland, having a lot of fun with a bunch of people. So for me, if I'm honest, I immediately think of how nervous I might be to meet my partner's friends for the first time. I want to impress them. I want to come across as the best version of myself. I want to come across as down to earth, attractive, likable, friendly, confident, trustworthy. I know it sounds strange to think that perfume could kind of communicate all of that, but those of us who love perfume, you get it. It can. I think your perfume can speak for you before you speak, you know? You can send a lot of messages with perfume. So here's what I would wear, this tiny little bottle. Here's what I would wear for a group date. This is Valentino Donna Acqua Eau de Toilette. And this is an almond fragrance. And it's another one that's, almond is a note that I would include in mama fragrances. This is not so much a mama fragrance because it's sweeter and flirtier and younger than a mama fragrance to me. I'm gonna coin that term. But it's fresh and light and so almondy, and it's like, oh, you could just be devoured. It's mouth-watering, but it's not like naughty. On a group date, I wouldn't wear a perfume that is particularly like eat me alive sort of thing, because if you're in a group, I mean, it's probably not going to be the most intimate night. Hopefully you have respect for other people and you're not licking each other's faces off in front of everybody else. But yeah, so it's not something that I wouldn't wear something where I expect my partner to be all up on me and I just want them to, you know, to feel like I smell addictive, anything like that. I mean, this is irresistible and delicious, but it's not anything that's communicating the wrong message for a group date, right? So this is just stunning. This would calm me for some reason. The almond is soothing and comforting and warm, and so it would, you know, calm my anxiety a little bit and also make me feel really feminine. I wear this every night. After I get out of the shower, I put it on, and it's like my bedtime fresh fragrance, or in the middle of the day if I've done a workout. When I shower, I put this on because it just makes me feel really, really beautiful and clean and very feminine. I feel when I smell this, when I'm wearing this, I am immediately in tune again with my feminine side and what I consider to be feminine and my power source as a woman. And this is just so lovely. And of course, this is new to me, so I have not been around people and I don't know what they think of it on me, but I'm willing to bet that this would be a hit for a lot of people. And it's not offensive either for the most part. It's got great lasting power actually, but yeah, it's not offensive, so you're not gonna be giving any of the friends a headache, I don't think. All right, number 4 is a concert or a date at a dive bar. One of my favorite things to do actually is to go on dates at dive bars. I think it's fun. You dress casual. There's a different type of getting to know you that happens in dive bars. You kind of have to get close to speak to each other, but it's also a time when people's guards are kind of down. You get to show how you dress casually. You're probably having a drink or several, and it's just a really fun environment to be put in. And going to concerts can be really fun too, together live shows. So I'm just thinking here in LA, like I'm thinking if somebody invited me out to like the Hi-Hat in Highland Park, or you know, out somewhere in Los Feliz, or if I was going out to a dive bar, any of the dive bars I've been to in San Francisco, like I'm just getting that vibe right now. And I would wear Oysho 1 Eau de Parfum. So this one I've spoken about before. This is a literal dupe, maybe even better. Not lasting power wise, but the fragrance of Santal 33 by Le Labo, which is a fragrance I probably will never purchase because I have smelled it on so many people. Everybody has it. Yes, it smells really good, but I'm not gonna spend that much money to smell like everybody else. I will spend like 20 euro though. So this is so good, and I feel like I do like the fragrance more than the Santal because it's a little bit lighter and I still feel very feminine when I wear this, but it's quite an androgynous fragrance. It's a good way to ease your partner into, if you're into wearing androgynous fragrances or even men's cologne, because I own a lot of things that are sort of much more masculine. Montal Lavender Oud, Tom Ford Oud Wood, Narciso Rodriguez, the black one. I mean, that's quite masculine, and a lot of people, it throws people off to meet a woman who wears masculine fragrances or men's fragrance. So this is a way to kind of foray into that, introduce them to you wearing fragrances like that. This is so good. I think it's gonna smell so good if you're up in a dive bar in close quarters with people. It smells not smoky really, but it's that, like, it's a dark kind of a little incensey. It's just like sexy. This smells amazing. Whenever I wear my leather jacket, I wear this. It just mixes with the leather, and it is, ooh, it's so good. So if you're just wearing like jeans and a t-shirt, leather jacket, you've got messy hair, like you're going out to have a drink and see a show, like this is what I would wear. Because you're still going to smell delicious, but I would not wear in that context something super sweet or sexy because, I don't know, it just doesn't seem appropriate. This could be casual or very fancy. It smells very expensive. It just is like a rocker vibe. It's a cool girl fragrance. This is like 100% a cool girl fragrance. All right, number 5 is clubbing, okay? Now, I don't go clubbing anymore. I had about 2 months when I first moved here that I got that out of my system, and I will never step into Warwick or Hyde ever again. But I love to go dancing, okay? It's my favorite thing to do. It's my favorite kind of date. Let's go every night of the week. I don't care, okay? I love reggaeton. I love salsa dancing, dance hall, soca, Caribbean music, Middle Eastern music, Brazilian music. Like, I will dance to anything and everything. I love going dancing. It's my favorite kind of date. So I would wear MAC Creme de Nude, which I haven't heard many people talk about. This is a man killer, okay? Man killer fragrance, and it's totally affordable. It is ridiculous. It will have these people panting and drooling like puppies. It's nuts. Okay, they will follow your trail to find where you are. It has pretty good projection for a little while. The lasting power is decent. What I like about this is it's not that heavy, so I really can spray this like head to toe, and it's affordable, so even if I'm going to sort of a divey club, I'm like, I'll still wear this, whatever, like, no big deal. This is creamy and like burnt sugar, and this is just sinful in the sense of like, just if you have a table full of all the most decadent vanilla desserts. I mean, you've got cream puffs and macaron and creme brulee and banane flambée, maybe. It's so delicious. This is just, I can't even describe, but it's so sweet. It's vanilla. In a lineup, I have confidence that most men, most people really, would find this one the most immediately sexy. Like, they're gonna wanna bite you. They're going to want to eat you alive, okay? And when, I don't know how you guys dance. I don't know, maybe you're doing swing dancing, but usually, like when you're perreando or whatever you're doing, the person is all up in your neck, you're swinging your hair back and forth, it's sweaty as hell. So you continue to smell the fragrance through the night because the sweating is sort of reactivating. And I can say when you're sweating, this still smells so good, at least for me with my pheromones and my chemistry. I am unstoppable when I wear this. Unstoppable. Like blowing everyone else out of the water by my fragrance, okay? It's that powerful. Creme de Nude by MAC. That's what I would wear to go to a date at the club or dancing. All right, this next date is wining and dining. Fancy dinner. You are going to a steak restaurant. You are going to the fanciest vegan restaurant in town. You might be going to Red Lobster. You're getting drinks and apps at the, you know, the bar on the roof of the fancy building downtown, okay? They are putting in some effort here with you. This is when you break out the little black dress and the heels and the glam or whatever makes you feel boss, okay? This is the occasion for that. And guess what? It's probably the cheapest perfume out of everything. Zara Oriental. If you do your research, you do not have to spend a lot to smell amazing, okay? This is so good. To me, this is so sexy without trying. I would not want to show up to that dinner and be like, do you think I'm sexy? Do you smell me? And like, I would never wear something sickeningly sweet, and I have a lot of those fragrances, but I go out a lot, I dance a lot, and those are fun to wear for those. Or if you're getting drinks, or if you're going out with your girlfriends. A wine and dine where you're gonna be chilling and really connecting to each other, and like, hopefully at the end of the night, you're sitting next to each other having deep conversation. That's like my ideal, is like they just keep getting closer, or they move to your side of the booth. I am into the same side booth sitting, okay? I like physical touch, and when you like someone, you want to be near them, okay? Don't hate. But yeah, Zara Oriental, this is beautiful. This smells expensive. This is like, I am powerful. I could be filthy rich for all you know. I am feminine and I'm here and I'm gonna be flirty with you, and I put in some effort. I'm wearing something definitely beautiful, but I'm not trying to get you to think anything about me. I am, you know, it reminds me of that Dolce & Gabbana Insolence. It's like, I am powerful, but I'm not trying to intimidate you. Come hither, but I've got things to say. You want to know more about me. I'm a little mysterious to you. This is a mysterious fragrance to me. More than anything. Instead of sexiness as in, this is sweet, and because I put this on, like, don't you think about how my body is delectable? Like that type of communication from a fragrance. This is more, maybe you didn't expect me to wear this. Maybe I'm a little young for you to expect me to smell like a mature, wealthy woman. But I do. Why? Find out. Ask me some questions. Why did I pick a fragrance like, what kind of woman would pick a fragrance like this? What's my story? Like, this truly, it has an air of mystery, and I think will leave them wanting to know about you. I get great compliments on this. So, fancy wine and dine, don't spend a lot of money, just go with Zara Oriental. And even this bottle is very beautiful. So, that's my pick. All right, this next occasion is a date at the museum or at the theater. So you're going to a musical, you're going to a play, or you're going to any kind of museum. Now, I was born and raised in Chicago, and so I was raised going to these museums, the Art Institute, Shed Aquarium, the Field Museum, you know, going to theater downtown, going to the Goodman. Okay, so I was raised going to these places, and I was also raised Catholic. This is related, okay? So I'm not a practicing, I don't practice any religion now, but I love Catholic churches, I love Catholic art, and sometimes when I'm having a rough day, I just want to go to a church, and I just want to sit in there, and it just takes me back, and I still feel this feeling of reverence, even though I don't relate to worship anymore. I still feel a sense of reverence when I'm in church, and I feel the same in museums and when I see theater. As a performer, as a creator, a creative person, it sounds very cliche and very dramatic, but going to museums and theater is the closest thing for me in regular life that I get to the feeling of church. It's, again, I have that feeling of reverence and that feeling of respect and that feeling of realizing that I am maybe experiencing something that is larger than me, is larger than the life that I understand. I mean, when it comes to art of any kind, we can't put our finger on creativity. We don't know exactly how you tap into it. Everybody's process is different. Everybody's expression of their creativity is different. I mean, I just remember going to the Art Institute, and on one hand you've got these paintings, these beautiful oil paintings, or these Dutch paintings of, you know, everyday life, and or rugged people, or paintings of peasants, and then my favorite, you've got Murakami. Like, you've got a giant sparkly Murakami. So and it's all creativity, you know. So it's really an occasion for me. If someone invites me to a museum, first of all, I'm gonna really feel like for some reason they really like me, because we're going to be in silence or being very quiet with each other. We're going to be in an experience of observing art that might move us in one way or another. We're going to be sharing our tastes with each other. For me, that's big, okay? That's like, all right, you're taking me to the museum. Like, I love that. That is an occasion. I would dress up for that, and I would whip out a very special perfume to me, which is Chanel 1932. And this is just a gorgeous fragrance. I'm wearing it today, and it's a jasmine fragrance, but it still keeps the DNA of Chanel fragrances. So it's really fresh, but not like Chance, not, you know, the fresh that gives people headaches. But it's light, it's up there. I'm so weird with my descriptions, again, but this is like a flute, okay? Could even be a little bit of piccolo in there. This is a flute fragrance if this were an instrument, okay? Like, it's tinkly and light to me, and it smells like that, and it's non-offensive, it's elegant, it's not something everybody's gonna have, and you still have that nice feminine touch of the jasmine. But in a museum, you know, you don't want to feel like you are coming in and disrupting the beautiful environment. Museums are sort of sterile as well. Like, when people say, yeah, her house was so not cozy, it looked like a museum, because it's clean, meticulously clean, and things are meticulously placed, and there's no sign of life, you know, living there, okay? But in that sense, churches are similar. So for me, yeah, I would wear something that's not going to come in and disrupt the vibe. Something loud. It's like, are you going to the club? Why are you wearing that in a museum? You guys get what I'm saying. It also usually smells very fresh in a museum, so I love whipping this out when I have a very special occasion. It makes me feel very beautiful, and I wore it today just to rediscover what it might smell like on me on a very hot day when I'm a little more casual. Because I'm like, can I pull this off on a day when I'm just wearing like a cami and my hoops? And I smell so good. So 1932 Chanel is what I would wear in a museum, at the theater, at the opera. You're gonna smell like $1,000,000, and you're gonna smell like you belong there. All right, this next fragrance is if you have been invited, ooh, upgrade, as wedding plus one, as the date to a wedding. So you're most likely gonna be, it's obviously this person is important enough to be invited to the wedding, so it's family or friends or something. There are gonna be people there who are important to your partner. So you might be meeting some important people for the first time. You want to smell appropriate, you want to smell elegant, you want to feel beautiful, and to me this is one of the Elixir Charnel by Guerlain, and this is Floral Romantique, and to me this smells like, I actually have in my closet, I'll insert a picture, a beautiful vintage, I mean, it's almost 100 years old. It's almost the mix between lavender and pink gown with beautiful, beautiful beadwork. It's stunning. And I wore it to a wedding, and I don't think I had this fragrance at the time, but this smells like that dress to me. So if you look at this dress, you get the vibe for it. This is what this is. It's feminine, it's elegant, it's vintage. It's not this, I've said this before, this does not smell like something that came out in 2020, okay? It smells like it has history, and you're probably the only person that's gonna be wearing this, because I don't hear many people talk about this, or I've never smelled anybody wearing this at least, but oh my gosh. There's sort of a grapey element to it. So it's juicy, it's a juicy floral, it's absolutely romantic. It's a real life princess fragrance, you know? Like, I think Kate and Meghan, I know people get mad when you like leave out their title, but I'm not sure of the proper title. Kate and Meghan, I feel like they would wear this, okay? This is real life princess. This is gorgeous. It's not offensive. It's very appropriate. It will make you feel beautiful. It would make me feel beautiful. And I think it would go lovely with any kind of dress or outfit that you would wear to a wedding. This is so bridal, wedding, romance, slow dancing. Oh my goodness, this is just stunning. I adore this. So that's what I would wear as a wedding +1. All right, things are going places. You've been invited to dinner at the parents'. So for me, I wouldn't be too worried. I know I've not really got anything to hide. I'm a pretty good girl. And if I'm meeting the parents, I obviously care about this person enough to, you know, be there with them through whatever that may entail. If they're nice, if they're difficult, whatever. I would wear Blue by Ralph Lauren, and this is a lovely fragrance. This is a nice girl, you know? This is like, wow, she is so down to earth. She is so down to earth and so sweet, and she's smart, and this is like a grad student. This is what a grad student smells like in New England, you know? But this is not really nice girl. This is nice woman. Like, she's lovely, but you're dating a mature woman. Maybe you're like the first person this person is bringing home who's not a girl to them, you know? That's my goal, okay? So this is like grad student. She's smart. She's feminine, but she's really down to earth. She's not trying to impress anybody. She's just, you know, naturally lovely. She probably likes to travel. I am not even describing any of the notes by this, but this is how I work. This is just lovely. I absolutely adore this, you know? This smells like you're wearing a really nice cable knit sweater, and you are ready to impress the parents, and you're gonna be helping out with the dishes at the end of the night because you're just such a sweetie, and maybe you'll show them your pictures from your volunteer work. Hands down, meeting the parents fragrance. All right, this date is going to be a barbecue. It could be the 4th of July, it could be Memorial Day, whatever reasons us Americans find to barbecue. I know some of you in Australia and South Africa also love a good barbecue moment. Most of us love a good barbecue moment, okay? So, you know, if you're in Spain, you could be enjoying some jamón ibérico outside. I don't know. We can cater this to your life experience, okay? But it's gonna be hot, all right? There's gonna be a lot of people. It's gonna be real hot. I would not wear something heavy and smothering. Even the Chanel that I sprayed on is like, it's really hot in here, and I'm already getting that it's a little bit too much. It's overwhelming for this type of weather. And to be in the sun, you want a fragrance that's sunny and fresh and happy and positive, and you're gonna be around a lot of friends or family, maybe kids. So I would wear something uplifting, positive, neutral, in that sense, like, you know, not really something seductive, just feminine but casual. And that is Fleur d'Oranger by Solinotes. This is a Target fragrance, literally bought at Target, and this is pure orange blossom. The breeze is coming off the tree. Oh my goodness. And it also, to me, at least in the bottle and on my skin, gives a little bit of a sunscreeny note, because I think neroli / orange blossom, maybe in copper tone, they add a bit of orange blossom fragrance or something. Maybe that's why I associate it with that. But yeah, this is just so great. If you want like if you like that Tom Ford Neroli Portofino, but that's like a lot and it's also expensive, this is a similar vibe to me, honestly, and some people might say I'm total BS for saying that, but no, I think so. Once it's on the skin, this is fresh, this is sunny, this is hanging out, maybe jumping into the pool. You're cool, you're casual, you're enjoying yourself. A beautiful day with friends and family and kids. This is just absolutely no question. That is Fleur d'Oranger by Solinotes. All right, I guess that barbecue went really well because guess what? You're getting married. The next occasion is your wedding. Now this is a heavy question because obviously for me, it depends on my partner, it depends on our dynamic, it depends on the location of the wedding, it depends on my dress, on my hair, on my makeup. I am nowhere close to getting married. So this is all a fantasy. So I'm not gonna stress about it. But right now, the most bridal fragrance that I would wear during my wedding because it's unique and gorgeous and makes me feel like no other fragrance has ever made me feel is Insolence by Guerlain. This is the eau de toilette. First of all, this bottle is stunning. It's so bridal to me. I can just see myself doing my little, you know how they'll show the bride getting into her dress and she's like spraying her perfume and she's like, wow, today's the day. You know, that would be me with this bottle, okay? This is everything. This is the most beautiful version of me. This is if you dove into my soul and you dug through the confidence issues and the career fears and the financial stress and the family dynamics and the loneliness and the fear of, you know, failure, all of that muck, and you dug through that and you found the little berry, the little juicy berry that lives in my soul, or the flower, and you extracted the essence of that flower, of the most pure, feminine, beautiful, goddess-like part of my soul. That would be Guerlain Insolence. I'm not even kidding you. I can't tell you. I feel connected to myself and my soul on a whole other level when I smell this. I don't know where this came from, but like, baby, you are literally never leaving me. I'm marrying you. That's the wedding. I'm marrying this fragrance. Yeah, it's incredible. It's candied violets with other notes, I'm sure, that I just am not aware of, but we are just having a passionate love affair. Okay, the wedding is over. It's time to go on your honeymoon. Maybe we're going to Tahiti, maybe we're going to the Maldives, maybe we're going to Cadiz in España, maybe we're going to an Airbnb in Santa Monica, California. Never know what my future may hold. But what are you gonna wear on your honeymoon or your vacation, your getaway together? I'm gonna wear Nuxe Prodigieux Le Parfum. This is stunning. This is the grown-up, mature, respectable, that sounds harsh. This is just the CEO, okay? This is the CEO of sunscreen beach fragrances. This is sunscreen, some white flowers. If you've ever smelled the Huile Prodigieux by Nuxe, or like a lot of their different products, their Prodigieux products, it smells like this. And I used to put the oil in my hair and all over my body just to smell like this, and then I found this perfume in a pharmacy in Portugal and I screamed internally. And this is stunning. It's quite simple really, but it smells unlike anything I've ever smelled. It is the perfect little bit of sunscreen, okay? It's not gonna be like you're walking around the resort or you're walking around on the yacht and maybe you pass the chef on the yacht. Maybe he's French, okay? He's not gonna be like, oh, okay, you are sunscreen and coconut. Oh, how unique, how groundbreaking, bien fait, very unique, you know? He's gonna be like, first of all, maybe he's like, Nuxe, my wife wears Nuxe, but also this is tasteful, okay? This smells like you belong on a yacht, and it's really not expensive. This is the CEO of sunscreeny, beachy, summertime fragrances. This is stunning. And I don't mean CEO by like it smells office appropriate or officey or like really sterile. No, I just mean she's the big boss, okay? She's the HBIC. So yeah, for my honeymoon, my getaway, my tropical moment, Prodigieux Le Parfum by Nuxe. And finally, now that you're married, you guys can consummate the marriage. Finally, right? You've been waiting all this time. This 13th fragrance is Bedtime Wink Wink. I actually wrote Wink Wink in my notes, just so you know. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. Hugo Boss, the scent, Private Accord. Okay, so, yes, Everybody says the lasting power sucks, but this is my other favorite fragrance. This is the most mind-blowing fragrance I've ever smelled aside from Insolence, okay? So I don't care the lasting power. I'm gonna wear this when I can wear this. And I think the time to wear it is right before bed. You're about to get in the sheets. Spray this all over your hair and your body. Honey, this does things to me, okay? This does things to me. You're doing things to me that I cannot describe. Oh my God, this is so good. I'm defensive of this fragrance. People are like, I returned it, it didn't last. So what? Literally the 30 minutes, the hour that it lasts is so worth it. It's like that toxic person that you just can't stop calling over to your house late at night because it's just so good, and it only lasts for a little bit, and then you feel pissed afterward, but God, it's so worth it, you know? This is your toxic boyfriend. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would spray this right before bed, okay? Because this is sexy. This is chocolate and mandarin, which I would have never known had someone not told me that. I just would have been like, I don't know what's in this bottle, but it's magic, it's sorcery. Yeah, I wouldn't call this gourmand, nor would I call this citrus. It's just, I guess it's more gourmand than citrus. This is like, I'm about to rock your world, we're gonna consummate our marriage. It's so good. So that's what I would wear on my bedtime date. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love making fragrance videos. I hope you can tell how happy I am just talking about fragrance and smelling them. And I want to know yours down below. So if you want to comment, or you want to tag me on Instagram and do it, or you want to make your own video, I think this would be so fun. So yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for stopping by my channel, and I will talk to you in my next video. Mwah! Bye guys.